Hello, and welcome to the Mobb Inn. We are both very happy to have you here. Hope you're all well. Myself, SAA Sandman, and the Enforcer Lupin are here.
Good evening.
Very pleased to have you with us. So, what is the Mobb Inn? I'm going to quickly go through and intro you all, and then we're going to start straight into the show. The Mobb Inn is a place where you can talk and chat, mainly questions, with somebody from the mob. It could be somebody from the UK, somebody from one of the American chapters, hell, Germany or France. Not France, sorry, Canada. Other chapters that we have in the mob. There'll be laughs, definitely some fun, and definitely some mob love. With our special guest.
Shall we introduce our guest?
Yes, we should.
Yes, introduce our guest. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest for this evening
is Boo.
What up, y'all?
Welcome to the Mobb Inn, Boo.
Man, what up in England? What's up in the USA?
What up? Are you ready for some fun? Some mob questions?
Man, yeah, dude. First of all, hey, congratulate y'all on y'all getting y'all show up and going. Y'all's whole little station y'all got going, the network. Congrats to all y'all.
Thank you. So, my first question, how long did it take you to grow your beards?
How long did it take to grow it?
Yep.
I'm up to about 3 years, almost 3 years. I probably done trimmed off probably about 2 inches within those 3 years. So yeah, about 3.
I've been growing mine for 3 years and it's not going nowhere.
Yeah, it looks good, dude.
All 3 years and it's not going no more. It's like stuck.
It looks good.
I had an accident with a lawnmower in mine. I had a fight with a lawnmower in my beard and it cut off, so now I'm growing it out again. So
there you go.
Fun and interesting. So, where are you from, Boo?
I live here in Calhoun, Louisiana. I'm from about 5 hours down south in Eunice. But yeah, I live here in Calhoun, Louisiana.
What was it like living in Louisiana growing up? Because a lot of our viewers obviously are from Louisiana and from a different country or even a different state that don't know what it's like over there.
Well, I can speak from my point of view. I can't speak for anybody else's lifestyle, but mine was not rich, but we weren't dirt ass poor either. Working parents that took care of me, my brother, my sister. I mean, a regular childhood, man. It was did what we could with what we had.
That's good. What made you go Whaler? 'Cause I can.
What made me go Whaler? Well, the first time I shaved my mustache off, I did for charity on What Up My Wednesday, and that was my first time experiencing the Whaler life or whatever, the skin lip mafia. So I haven't experienced that since I was little without having a mustache, but I like it, man. It's my favorite one without. I like that better than having a beard. Don't have to worry about getting anything in my mustache.
Is there any pictures of you with a mustache? Because I can see that you'd have been a thick mustache.
Right here, right now. Not around me, but online. Oh, yeah.
I have to see them.
Oh, yeah. There's plenty.
So a bit more about you, Boo. Do you have kids? You know, what do you do for a living? What's it like at home life now?
I have one daughter. She is 19. She lives down south with her biological mother. She just had a kid herself, so I'm a pawpaw now.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you. We video every other day. I've not held her yet. But yeah, we video every other day. She's gorgeous. I got a little granddaughter.
That's good.
That's beautiful, man.
Thank you.
Me and Lupin are both family man ourselves. You know, I've got 3 sons. One 6-year-old, soon to be 7. One 3-year-old, soon to be 4, and like a soon to be 5-month-old baby. So we know what family's like. I think Lupin's got a few of his own as well, and it's interesting with Mobb and Beard, and you sort of don't realise how much of a family you end up have. Not only that you have, but you end up forming with others and similarities, even across countries. We've got a similarity that, you know, we're fathers. We put fathers. You've gone and beat us by being a grandpappy, so you've decided to be better than us as always. But that's just the way that is. Before we move on with the rest of the questions, got a little thing for the audience. So those that are tuned in early this will help you a bit. So I have a question, and the winner of this question will receive a sticker or sticker pack, depending on how me and Lupin feel. And the question is, which 2 chapters were the first to form Mobb? Answer in the comments. Which 2 chapters were the first to form Mobb?
I no idea.
No.
Who knows? Who knows? It's just one of them. So go straight back into the questions. Answer that question in the comments, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
What's up? What's up, all y'all saying hey? I see y'all on my laptop right here. What's up, all y'all?
So, how did you get the nickname Boo? It's interesting.
Let's see. Back in 1996, I was in English class, and my homeboy Josh White, he sat in front of me, and he turned around real quick to scare me. Like, he turned around, like, because I was sitting behind him. He turned around quick as hell, went boo. I just never flinched. I just looked at him. What? And so that's when Boo, and then Font comes from my last name, Fontenot, for the first 4 letters. So Boo Font, since 1996, it's stuck. I probably get called that more than my government name.
Wow.
That's like me. I get called my nickname a lot more.
Yeah.
Same here. This will make you feel a bit grayer. I was 1 when you got your nickname.
Don't make me feel old, motherfucker.
Yeah, I was 1. I was still in nappies when you got your nickname.
Wow. Appreciate that. Damn.
Yeah. You know, it's one of them. So, do you feel, if the opportunity arose, do you think you would ever come to the UK for a bearding competition?
My God, dude, yes. Dude, if the big man upstairs bestows that upon me and my wife, because I ain't going out over there without her. So let's just put that out there right now. If that is bestowed upon us, me and Phyllis are hauling ass. We're coming over there and we're hugging on all y'all. You damn right, yeah.
That's good.
Nice. You'd have to stay away from my house because I keep fish and I keep catfish, and I know what you guys are like. You'll cut the fish up
I'll
and
tear
eat
'em
it
up.
straight up. That would not be good. We've got squirrel as well, so that's not even good either.
Hey, I
So,
do squirrel too. Hell yeah.
half the English wildlife will disappear in the weekend that you're over here, so it would be great. Fantastic answer. You know, obviously,
Yeah.
we'd love to have you over
It's
here.
good to have you over in the UK.
Definitely.
Man, I would love to be over there with y'all.
Teach our
Oh, yeah.
junior whalers.
Oh yeah, more of them. So how did the mob come about?
How did the mob come about? Man, our homeboy Dan Dutcher, he started the Facebook page on January 14th, 2017. And it was just a Facebook page to go bullshit around in, talk about any beard product company you wanted to, and to bullshit with people that appreciated. I mean, just start off just for that. And then we started experiencing and seeing pictures of beard competitions and beard competitors, men and women. And we're just, what the fuck? And I felt it in my bones and in my spirit that Beard Mobb was more than a Facebook page. I knew it, I felt it, I seen it. And on the way back home from Texas, we left the comp and I stopped by Monty's house and me and him sat in his ditch, like in his truck or my truck, I can't remember. And I told him what my vision was, what I wanted to do. And I was like, let's do this. He didn't hesitate. Let's do it. Like, all right. Did we know
That was a great vision.
Did we know that what's happening right now would come from that, from that little visit, me talking with y'all Beard Mobb motherfuckers in England? Did we know this shit would happen? Fuck no. Hell no. I ain't gonna say excuse my language. Fuck no, we didn't. Hell no. And to see, so yeah, it started like that. It started with a little visit and people that wanted to sport the Beard Mobb name at charity beard comps. And here we are.
And what a great vision it was, because it blew up good as well. It blew up.
What?
What a great vision that was, because it blew up.
Dude, yeah, it blew up, dude. It's amazing every day.
We promise you we'll have subtitles next time. We do this.
Well, again.
100%. Like, I mean, I've been in Mobb nearly in October. It'll be 2 years. So that's crazy how much since me and you and Wiz started talking and Silky got me into it with Lulu and the rest of our chapter and that. It's grown ridiculously since I've been here. So I can't even imagine what it's like for you and Wizard. I mean, whenever I see somebody prospect, not only in my own chapter, but somebody else's, I feel proud.
Yeah.
So it's crazy how much you must feel when you see new chapters come about. And
oh, dude, I had that appreciation. The appreciation from my Beard Mobb is up there. Raising my kid, it's up there because I've been there raising my kids from day one. I've been with Beard Mobb since day one before it was a club, and it's just, yeah, to see it where it is now, and if you actually take the time to appreciate and think about it, man, it gets overwhelming. I tear up, straight up. It's to me, it's amazing.
I feel that too, you know, with the English scene, when we've done competitions and that, especially we had a competition last May as our little chapter, and it's our first proper meetup as a chapter under the banner of Mobb, and the love and the sort of environment around it was just amazing, you know. And then it just grew. Our chapter grew from there, which obviously Mobb grew from there, you know. Different parts of Mobb, you've got other chapters which are just blossoming into a bigger thing, and it's not about the size, obviously, giggity. It's about just the ethos of it, the kindness, the friendship, and that sort of thing. And that's really, I'm pretty sure Lupin would agree, like why we fell in love with it, because it's just a family. It is just a close knit, tight group, you know. And it's it is a beard club, and you can strip it down to its basics that it is a beard club and we do things for charity. But when you literally have a message from somebody across the pond and they are just checking in to see how you are, asking how your day is, or you feel like you can confide in them, you feel like you can talk to them about real personal shit.
Yeah.
And then they've either been through it or they have good advice, and then you go from there, and you then grow as a friendship. Do you know what I mean? And good example, myself and Yukon, like we bonded massively, and he's just a lovely guy. But you would never have met somebody like that if it wasn't for Beard Mobb and the things that you and the founders and the original however many put into place. It's just a nice feeling, a warm feeling.
Great feeling.
Talking about Mobb and chapters, how many people are in the Louisiana chapter?
Oh shit! I think it's around the neighborhood of probably about 15, 16, something like that.
Wow. So, do you feel like it's growing, or do you feel like it's more important now to see the rest of it grow? You planted the seeds and that sort of thing.
I'm more focused on like these days. I can admit that. Let's see, we're 6 years old now. I can admit that the first 5 years I was like more focused on the whole entire club going, like who was where and all that. And then now, oh yeah, I'm in BMLA, just focus on that because the rest of it's going, man. All the presidents doing their thing. We have our own president's chat. Everybody's doing their thing, man. They're running it, and there's no gripes, everything's going, and yeah, BMLA is going. It's going great.
You sort of like set up that foundation, haven't you? And now after 6 years, you don't need to like do anything without making it sound lazy. It's making it sound like you're just going to sit here and watch it all happen, but you don't need to be as hands-on. You always did. You don't need to be as involved as much as you do.
I'd go in my own head about it, dude. Like stress my own self out about everything, about any chapter. I would let myself do that. I was like, I got tired of doing that. So everybody that's doing their thing is doing their thing, and it's great.
It's just if like becoming a granddad and semi-retirement of sort of like hand in hand.
Don't get me wrong, man. I'm still going like went to You Matter 2 last weekend. Shout out to Shannon and everybody that had a hand in that. I'm still gonna do some beer comps, man. Mobb Fest 6 is getting ready. Yeah, man, we're staying busy.
Yeah, I think you need to have like Mobb Fest 10 in the UK, personally. Yeah, take them notes.
Noted.
Free beers to anybody who doesn't sound American. That's good notes. Other things as well, it's honestly, I remember when you did Mobb Fest last year and you and Wizard were up at like 9 o'clock in the morning, your time obviously, and we did that little video chat and we just sat and we just talked.
Yeah.
And then you showed me the flags and you showed me all that sort of thing, and I just looked and I thought, part of me thought that's where I want to be, in Louisiana doing that sort of thing, and I still very much feel that.
Yeah.
Part of me also thought that's what everybody should be striving to do in Mobb. Not just wanting to be at Mobb Fest, which is massive, don't get me wrong. I would give either left or right. I don't know which is my favourite, but you get where I'm going on this.
Yeah.
To be over there. But then I did take a step back and think and thought, no, everybody shouldn't be wanting to be there. Everybody should be wanting you to be here. Having their own version of, do you know what I mean? Having
there you
their own
go.
thing.
Yeah, doing their own little twist on it.
Yeah, exactly. Going somewhere is fantastic, but having your own little way around it is just fantastic. And I think that's part of it, and that's part of the beauty of looking at you guys and what you've done is learning how we can do similar. you know what I mean? And adapt in our own little way and still
Yeah.
all be part of the same branch sort of thing.
It's having people that want to help you raise money for a charity.
Yeah.
All right, then you find a charity. Then you brainstorm how to raise money. It's simple as fuck. It ain't shit to do this shit. It ain't nothing. You gotta have the motherfuckers that want to do it. That may be the hardest part. There's charities out there galore. There's buku charity. You gotta find the motherfuckers that want to, and they will dedicate their own time and effort. That's it. That's part of the hardest part. Finding those.
I think you're right in the sense that everyone can have the mind to do it, but not everyone's got the heart to do it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's okay. There's no rules on that stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's fine. You don't want to? Okay, cool. I'm gonna go find somebody that does and keep the thing going.
Yeah.
And that's sort of the mentality that's led us to 6 years down the road with chapters on many different areas. And I think that's the secret, really, of just trucking on and just getting on with it and just doing it.
Mopping the fuck up and keep on going.
Exactly.
So, Mr. Mobb, the logo, that's an amazing logo. How did that come about? And
man, our homeboy Jesse, dude, he's one of the OGs that was in it since day one, since becoming an admin of the Facebook page. Jesse did that. We're trying to. I still remember we tried to do like a logo contest, like what's gonna be Beard Mobb's logo, and Jesse put that together, and we're just holy moly. He had put so much together, dude. It's man, yeah, but yeah.
Was Mr. Mobb so popular over here in England? We love him. Take him everywhere. We've even got him on our fingers as well. He comes everywhere with us.
Yeah, look him up, Jesse Martinez. That dude, he's an OG. That's that dude. We love him. He's doing great.
I mean, he's so big over here that we had a competition in. Hang on a minute. If I go cross-eyed, I'm thinking, so I apologise. Lupin, when was the British?
Where was it?
When was it?
When was it?
Was it August? September time? August
It was
time.
August. Yeah, it was August. It was near the birthday.
Yeah, August. And one of our enforcers, so he was only a member at the time, Tyke, he literally wore the hat. He had the 2 Tommy guns. He was.
Oh
Mr.
yeah,
Mobb.
he looked great.
He
looked great.
literally embodied Mr. Mobb. So for a logo, for somebody to look at that and go, yeah, I would have looked like that. He had the salt and pepper beard and the hat and
Everything.
Yeah.
We'll have to send it over to show you.
Definitely, he had the English ribbon all the way around it, and it's just unbelievable. Some of our members have got tattoos of him, and I need to get that.
Mr. Mobb.
I need to get Mr. Mobb on me somewhere.
I need to get him as well. We need him.
Trying to find a decent artist, and that money tree that never seems to grow is really annoying. But like you said, a logo that somebody just drew or digitally drawn or however which way is now on t-shirts, hoodies, hats, ink,
everywhere.
Rings. A dude dressed up as him.
Yeah, everywhere.
It's crazy. He ended up being called Tommy Gun Tyke because of how it was. And he literally took the imagery and the fashion of Mobb and made it a physical person, and it was unreal. You had to be there. Honestly,
we had a Whiskerina do that from Beard Mobb, Texas. Summer, she Summer dressed as Mr. Mobb at our very first ever. Like, all right, so Beard Mobb, the Facebook page started up in 2017. All right. So we're all online, bullshit with one another, just online like we are for a year. And then 25 of us, or maybe 27, met up on my back porch a year later in 2018 for Mobb Fest 1. Right? So we met up on my porch, went to a beard competition, our first ever. up the street. All right. A year after that, we decided, we're gonna do our own charity beard competition. We're gonna put it on by ourselves and everything. Beard Mobb's first ever anything like that. We had Mob Fest. That was Mob Fest 2, and Summer come up dressed up as Mr. Mob. Had the pinstripe suit on. She had guns holding her hand, but she had her face painted up with like black, like where the bones and where it's black. It was sick, dude. It was sick.
Sounds good.
I think I've seen photos of that, like somewhere floating around on the Beard Mobb website, not website, Facebook page.
That was back. That was
something like that, or
that was in 2019.
Definitely Summer. Yeah, definitely Summer, because she blows the Whiskerina competitions out of the water. She's really clever in what she does and how she, does it. And I suppose when you think of Whiskerinas, that's our version of a female competitor. You don't. Mobb really does, like, the people who do compete under that banner really do put everything into it, and makes us men, without sounding bad, but makes us look bad. We've grown beards, we've styled them, and this, we're getting judged on that. These women have spent hours and days.
Yeah, dude.
Crafting these.
I give props. I give props to any Whiskerina from any club, affiliated or not, dude.
100%.
The stuff they put, man. Like you said, we just get up, wash, put some oil in. Hey, y'all, what's up? Let's win. They do their Whiskerinas and the people that are in the craft building. Much love to all y'all. I have no patience for it.
It's like judges as well. Oh, man. Judging a beard.
Ooh, that's hard, dude. I hate being a judge. I've done it a couple times.
You tell a grown-ass man that you've not won, you might get a problem. You tell a grown-ass woman that she's not won, hell, you are in for a world of hurt, and I have not got the cojones to do that. Anybody who does, they're either insane or, bigger than I am. But I have no way I could turn around to somebody and go, yeah, I'm sorry, because I would get shot.
It sucks judging, man. You got to put your friendships aside. You got to be professional and just. I don't like being a professional. I'm not a professional. I don't like being a judge. I've done a couple of times that I've been asked to, and out of respect, I say yeah. But then this past year, I'm like, I've been more honest to myself. I'm like, I don't want to be a judge. I'll compete and support the rest of my days, but sitting behind that table, I just don't like judging at all. I mean, judging people, period. I just don't like doing it.
No, I suppose it sort of goes against, like, your nature sort of thing. You're not a very judging person, so it must be hard to try and do that sort of thing.
It's hard to do, but I don't see there's some hard ass categories in this bearding community, and it's hard to do.
It's hard for us because I've competed impartial as well when I had chops, and obviously Lupin competes impartial with the whaler like yourself. In the UK, if it's a smaller competition or most competitions, it all just gets put into partial.
Yeah.
So there's no separate categories.
Right.
So therefore, it's not just a whaler against a whaler or chops against chops. It is a whaler, a goatee, a chops, a musketeer, all the different things that are categorised into partial. So it's so much harder because you're not.
Yeah.
And it must be hard for a judge to try and do that category and look at so many different styles in that category and then go, right, how do I pick?
Exactly. That's stressful.
It is, especially when I go against Thingy. People like Big Judge, King of Goats.
Man, it's too hard, dude.
It's just hard. I'm going bald already. I'd lose my hair. I don't like an egg with a bit of feathers stuck to it. Just crazy. Right, moving a little bit on. How do you? I know a little bit with your vision of Mobb and how you feel it's come so far. But what do you think are the 3 biggest things that you can take away from Mobb's journey that you're like so proud of right now?
Wow. 3 things.
Oh, 5.
Damn. Number 1, I'm proud that there's people in here that want to do it. I think that's the biggest thing that gets me. Is there's people, man or woman, that are in this club and they have a want to. And throughout all the bullshit for 6 years, they ain't been perfect. Man, this 6 years have been 6 years of Mobb. And for the people that still have the want to do it, that's what gets my soul. That, and to see all their work paying off, man. There's so many chapters like doing stuff. Either they're traveling to go support, or they're holding their own stuff, or supporting other clubs, or they're teaming up with other clubs. Man, that's amazing to me. That's amazing.
It is beautiful because
Yeah.
I know, obviously, I'm not an OG like you, and I've not been around since the dawn of time. But it's just, when I watched back You Matter, obviously I'm not there, but I can see the lives and all that sort of thing. When Wizard shaved his mustache off and that, and the amount of money raised for charity, and you can see on every single person's face, whether they competed, whether they just turned up to set up a stall, whether they were just there for the laugh, you could see on every single person's face the pride as a single body of people raising that amount of money. Or, hey, $1's $1.
Exactly. You know? And then when You Matter raises 20,000,
yeah,
dude, come on, bro.
That's just mad. It's mad. It's good, but it's like you don't sort of envision that amount of that heart is the only way you can put it. The amount of heart people have to get on and do that sort of thing, and that's one of the things that I would say, from my point of view, in the short time that I've been in Mobb, that how far Mobb has come is the amount of smiles on faces it puts. Mobbing for toys at Christmas, or however which way you say it, I keep forgetting. That literally,
that was great.
Put a hand inside my chest and like punch me in the heart, because that's young kids that don't get Christmas and they're getting toys.
I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed that.
It's an online comp, exactly. It's an online comp, so everyone can get involved. It's not limited to location, and it was my first ever online comp and my first ever comp in Mobb. And I did it again last year, and just knowing that regardless of whether you come first, second, fifth, 69th, you know, or whatever. I said 69 for Dan Silky Brown's purposes, is his favourite number. You just know that is going to a worthy cause, and, you know, all the charities we do are all worthy, but when it's kids, it hits home different, you know, especially being a father, grandfather, whatever, aunt, uncle, you know, regardless, when it comes to kids, it just hits home. And I think that was one of the ones, my highlights of Mobb was just knowing that you're doing that sort of help for others is just,
it makes you feel good to help, man. It feels good to help. It really does.
It makes you feel good to be a human for a change in a world where being a human's a bit shitty.
Yeah.
You know, there's so
going on in the world.
Yeah, there's so much bullshit going on in the world, politics, you know, all that sort of thing, and people in power that shouldn't be in power, and wars, and people starving, and all that sort of thing. And I'm not saying that should be ignored or forgotten about, but for a brief moment, you are a small little grain of sand moving a big mountain, and that honestly just feels great, and it does. And Mobb has a big part in that, and I think that's really. That's what
I get. That's what I love about the bearding community, because I'm gonna go back to You Matter, because that's $20,000 raised by so many different people. Because that's not club affiliated. There were so many different clubs walking around on that floor that day. It was just, we're up there yelling Mobb. We're representing Mobb. Some of us we threw our fingers up. But that was there's so many different clubs there in LaGrange, Texas. And some people not even affiliated with any club. It was just put the club stuff aside. It's so many people came together and put that much money together.
Like,
And
I'm sure,
it's getting bigger and bigger every year.
100%. I'm sure Lupin will definitely maybe take a centre stage on this when he went to the villains competition.
Yeah.
How they didn't care, really,
Yeah.
that you
There's,
were from Mobb.
There's just 3 of us from Mobb that went to the Bearded Villains competition. Only 3 of us, and there was a room full of Mobb, and me and another Mobb member, Errol Desvat, went on stage in front of all them, and we didn't expect to get a good reaction. But when we got on stage, the room just went. It was good. The support was good. We even had beers sent over to our table from Villains, and it was like, this is what it's all about. We shouldn't be, you're not part of this club. You're not allowed there. You're not.
Right.
But, at first, it was a bit awkward walking in. I wasn't really. It was like, could hear a pin drop. That's how quiet it was. But then it warmed up and was welcomed. We had beer sent to the table. We're speaking to people, having pictures. It was good, man. It was like, it felt like nothing
That's
mattered.
awesome,
We were all there together doing this thing like for charity. That's all that mattered that night. It was a great time. Great time.
That's what it's all about.
It just
We're
sort
going
of
to
like,
next year. Well, this year. Another one with the Bearded Villains. We'll be going again because we're invited to go again. So it's all good, man. All good.
Yeah.
it just shows that a really good club that is all about the charity and all about the brotherhood and all about the like togetherness really don't care about being politics. They really don't.
Fuck politics, dude.
Exactly. We have enough of that in our country anyway. We don't need to be going, oh, well, we've got 50 members and you've only got 20 members and this is our event, so you can't wear any of your club merch or anything like that. And it's just wrong because you're alienating another club, which ultimately are there to put money into a charity for your club. So it makes no sense. So you're literally the only people that are losing at a charity, which is wrong. So it's just crazy how people can think that. But we're all people. We all think differently. We're all entitled to think differently. We're all entitled to like have our own opinions. They may be wrong in our opinion, but we're entitled to them. However, I do see waves in the bearded community, especially in the UK, where people are literally standing shoulder to shoulder. You could be a villain, you could be Mobb, Sinner, you could be anything, and they're just together.
Yep.
And you look around and you just see these people who just don't care about what you're wearing on your back. They'll buy you a beer, they'll have a laugh with you, and they literally just raise the roof for charity, and that's what it is all about.
Yep.
And I think that touched on how far Mobb has come and what Mobb's all about, and that sort of stick anyway. I think we could go on about that for days and days and days.
Yeah.
We all feel passionate about that subject, and we all definitely feel passionate about charity and how. I'm smiling. I'm not. We're not even in a competition, and we're just all three of us. If somebody can get a screenshot of all three of us just smiling away, of just like talking about charity and how much work Mobb does and other groups do, just to help people, it's just truly beautiful.
Yep.
So, should we get back to the questions? Because I think we've got a few more questions left, haven't we?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. What would you like to? What would you like to see Mobb achieve?
We've already done it. Mobb has achieved raising money in their respective places of where we're at. So far, do we have places to get Mobb into? Sure. But Mobb is running, Mobb is here. Mobb ain't going nowhere. They've achieved more than what I could ever expect from them.
Good answer.
Yeah.
I think that sort of like adds into like sort of like a secondary follow-up question I had to that was the future of Mobb, and I don't think it matters. it sounds horrible.
Raising money, man.
I don't mean that the future of Mobb as a club doesn't matter. I mean the question doesn't hold any weight because we all know what we're doing. It is a smooth train. It is running. It doesn't matter about the future because it's just going to keep getting better and stronger and more fun, and the heart's just going to keep beating, and charity's just going to keep winning. And that's why I feel
man. That's it.
That question doesn't make a difference to me because the future of Mobb is the same as it is today. Just going to be a little bit more momentum behind it, if that's possible. I mean,
more momentum and more beards and more beard lovers behind it. More charity lovers. Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, Mobb Inn itself, it's got my wife to come out of her shell a bit. She's shy and a bit out, and a lot of the females in the UK, especially in our chapter, aren't as outgoing as some, and they've really come together and learned what it's about. And yes, they're probably spouses of members already or that sort of thing, but they've really taken it on board, and it's like a switch with not just the women but every member that are in Mobb. It's a switch when they really get the feeling of what it's all about. There's no shyness, there's no sort of stepping away from things, there's no sort of what if, what that. Everyone's the same, we're all together, so we all just get on with it, and everyone gets their head around that, and they can just, it's hard to explain. Everyone sort of sings off the same song sheet.
Yeah.
There's no somebody higher, somebody lower. We might all wear rank patches, so to speak. That just helps run things to a certain extent where it's not chaos.
Right.
However, when it comes to a club, other than important things, we are all the same.
There you go.
Everyone is the same, except Boo. He's a living legend. But other than that, it's just the way that is. But I think that's mainly the questions done for just about. How do you feel the show's gone, Boo?
This show's gone smooth as shit, dude. Been great. Been great bullshitting with y'all, man.
Good.
It's been great talking to y'all about everything. It's been cool.
That's what we're trying to do on this sort of show. It's not serious. I've got a beer. There. Other brands are available. We're not endorsed by that. And we just talk, and it's very relaxed. It's very much go with the flow, that sort of thing. And you learn about the two things that we really want to focus on when it comes to the special guests is learning about the man as in a general term, not gender, and how their lives are, and especially when they're from different areas of the world, and all about the mobster and who they are and why they got into it, where they are now, how they feel about it. You could have somebody who's been in the mob 6 months and you're trying to talk to them in this sort of thing, and they might feel exactly the same as somebody that's been part of the mob for 6 years. And it's amazing how that time doesn't really change a mindset. Once you've got that mindset, it just sort of goes together. And I think the more people we have on this sort of show, we'll sort of see that pattern where the people who are really into the mob and what the mob's all about, it doesn't matter the time you've been here, they sort of just mesh together as one sort of mindset, which is great. That's what it's all about. How do you feel the show's gone, Lupin?
I thought it's gone great and smooth. Yeah, it's been a good one. And I got to go on live with King Wyler. So great.
I'm gonna say Shannon's not on this. We don't have Shannon on yet. We don't have Shannon on yet.
What?
You said King Whaler.
I ain't King Whaler.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a great show, and I've enjoyed it. And it's good to finally speak to him instead of just messaging.
Yeah, for real, man. Yeah.
That's how I felt when I did my video chat with Wizard and Boo. They very quickly told me that they're not legends, even though we see them as, because of what they've achieved and all that sort of thing. They are just people, and everybody in mobs like that. You can literally talk to anybody, and they are just people. They might have been here 6 years and started it. They might have got a bigger chapter, or they might have been from a different point of view, or they might have different ideas within mob. But everybody is approachable. Everybody can be talked to, and we are all the same. We all bleed the same, and we're all in it for the same reasons. And I think that's what sets mob apart from so many different groups. Some different groups, the hierarchy is very much, and that's it. There's no gaps. There's no flow between it. There's no flow between it. There's no sort of. You don't feel like you can communicate with somebody who has rank on the chest or anything like that. However, within mob, it literally top to bottom or middle or whatever, it all flows and merges together. I could talk to Boo about anything. I'm sure Boo could talk to a prospect from whatever chapter about anything, or regardless, it doesn't make a difference. And I think that's what makes mob really different, is it all just flows together. And we all just get on with it. And that's how I feel it is. I keep going over myself a bit now, but that's just what it is. I'm passionate. What can I say? We're all, like I said, we're all passionate about this sort of thing. We're all passionate about this sort of subject, and we can keep going over it till the cows come home. Just a quick reminder, in case nobody has answered the question. There is a question from the beginning of the show. I'm sure we might have an answer yet. I am not 100%. Which two chapters were the first to form mob? Which two chapters were the first to form mob? First person to guess the correct answer gets a sticker or sticker back. While we're on the subject of stickers, do you have anything to show the public, Lupin?
Oh, yeah.
I think I might have something to show the public too.
Shall we show them, shall we?
I think we should. What do you reckon,
Yeah.
Boo? Do you want to give us a 3, 2, 1?
3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Got some little stickers here, look. The Mobb Inn stickers with myself and Lupin, and the winner of tonight's question will get one of these, guaranteed, with a few other bits depending on how we do it. And Mr. Buffon will also get one of these sent in the mail, of being our first guest. It's the only reason why he turned up. He knew there were potential prizes or stickers or whatever. It's the only reason why he turned up. He wouldn't have turned up otherwise. He's only after the prizes. Go on.
We will get one of these as well. One of these.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to give the man a shout. I'm going to give the man a shout out because he doesn't get enough. Now, over at BMENG, after every live, you'll hear us sing his name to the bloody hills, and that's just what we do. Firstly, Secretary Zen of Beard Mobb England puts together all our shows and does an absolutely impeccable job. He literally beats us with a stick until we get these things right.
Oh, yeah.
In a nice, friendly way, in a very constructive way. And we wouldn't be able to do any of this without him. He's in the background now, running stuff, doing his thing, probably asleep. I don't know. Whatever magic goes on back there is completely up to him. But also, he does have a little group called Bearded Designs. Now, this man will literally, I've yet to see something he won't design. It could be a t-shirt, a hat, stickers, it could be all sorts. But he's the one that designed our stickers, and he will probably kill me for mentioning it on here. But hey, it is what it is. But if I've got a sticker that has been custom made, I'm going to tell you where to get something similar from, and I'm also going to tell you who did it, and that's just the way that is. But no, he does a lot, and I think we should just give a big mob round of applause for all the work he does and what he's done tonight. So well done, Secretary Zen, an absolute legend. Zengen.
We'll get some salutes in the chat. Some salutes for Zen.
Yes, throw some salutes in the chat for Zen. Give him a bit of that. Give him a bit of clapping. Show the mob love for Zen, because he puts hours into prepping this sort of thing. The music you can hear, it's all him. The background's all him. the bribing of Boo to get him to turn up, all him. You know, it's just the way that is, and he does such an amazing job that we can't thank him enough. I'm sure Silky and other members of our chapter would agree, and I'm sure other members of Mob will agree. You see him randomly pop up everywhere, you know, and he just does so much. He really does do a lot. I think that's all we have for today. I think we're running a little bit under time. It's usually about an hour, but we're about 10 minutes to go, and I don't really want to chew your ears off for 10 minutes for random dribble. So thanks ever so much for joining us at the Mobb Inn. Myself and Lupin are going to go and de-stress now, because we've been stressing our little heads off about this for weeks.
Oh, yeah.
First show jitters, always going to be the case, you know, you stress and that sort of thing. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us. I hope you've all had an amazing time. I hope you've all learned something new. And I will look back at the comments and I will find out who was the first person to answer the question correctly. I will then message yourselves, get the information from you, or Zen being Zen will probably already have your email information or whatever. In a legal way, he hasn't just stole it, he probably already has it anyway. And we'll go from there and we'll send over a prize to you. So thanks ever so much. We are Mob. You are
We
Mob.
appreciate you having me, man. We are Mob, baby.
100%. Much love, everybody. And if
Thank
Zen
you
does
all.
his thing, he'll probably disappear anytime soon.